There were a number of times when you or a member of your family needed a favor. This is a situation where you owe me one. Have a nice rest of your day.
It sounds like someone deliberately tried to hurt you.
Sounds like attempted murder.
I can't imagine how terrified you must have been.
I found out who did this.
I love you, Derek.
For one night, let me remind you who you still are.
I fell in love with an inconvenient man.
Now you have to deal with the inconvenient consequences. You see how that works?
You couldn't possibly hurt me more than you already have.
Don't try me.
We got a problem.
Protecting the family.
Monday's episode of Beyond the Gates, the critically acclaimed supernatural drama, was a masterclass in tension, revelation, and character-driven chaos. Titled The Witness of Stone, the hour skillfully wove together the fates of our fractured heroes, delivered a long-awaited confrontation, and advanced the central mystery of the season: the true nature of the void and the ancient entity known as the Geomancer. Here's a detailed breakdown of everything that transpired. The Citadel Siege, a desperate defense. The episode opened not with our protagonists, but with the besieged citadel of Ethelgard. Under the relentless assault of the void-touched legions led by the corrupted General Kale, played with terrifying stoicism by Marcus Thorne, the final magical barriers were flickering. Within the Grand Hall, Queen Anya, Lena Vartan, made the agonizing decision to enact the Sundering Protocol, a last-ditch ritual that would permanently seal the citadel from the world, saving those inside but condemning everyone outside, including our scattered heroes. This sequence was a technical marvel, blending stunning CGI of the swirling, oily darkness of the void crashing against golden shields with raw, human desperation. The emotional core came from young Leo, Jaden Park, the apprentice keybearer, who pleaded with Anya to wait, insisting Ilara would find a way. His faith in the missing Ilara, Sophia Chen, underscored the episode's central theme: connection versus isolation. Ilara and Finn, unearthing truths in the petrified forest. Cutting from the chaos of the citadel, we found Ilara and the cynical historian Finn, Ravi Kapoor, deep within the petrified forest, a location where time itself seemed frozen. Following the spectral map revealed in last week's episode, they sought the Heartstone, a legendary repository of the Geomancer's memories. Their dynamic continued to be a highlight. Finn's academic skepticism, "it's a metaphor, not a GPS," clashed perfectly with Ilara's intuitive, magic-driven resolve. Their journey was not without peril, as the forest defended itself with time snares, moments of trapped, repeating history. In a haunting scene, Ilara was forced to relive her brother's disappearance at the gates, a moment of vulnerability that Sophia Chen played with devastating subtlety. Their perseverance paid off. They discovered not a stone, but a petrified ancient, a former disciple of the Geomancer, turned to living rock as a permanent record. In the episode's most exposition-heavy yet fascinating scene, Ilara used her burgeoning earth magic to commune with the statue. Through a series of stunning visual flashbacks, we learned the Geomancer was not a malevolent force, but a guardian, a being who sacrificed its physical form millennia ago to bind a primordial chaos, the protovoid, within the planet's core. The gates were not its prison, but its anchor points. This revelation turns the season's assumed narrative on its head. The entity the Citadel has been trying to keep in might be the very thing holding everything together. The reunion and the rift. Marcus confronts his past. The B-plot delivered the showdown fans have been anticipating for weeks. Marcus, David Kane, haunted and hunted, tracked the rogue keybearer, Celine, Nia Long, to the storm-lashed cliffs of the shattered coast. Celine, who stole the secondary resonance key, was attempting to amplify its power using the region's chaotic ley lines. Their confrontation was less a magical duel and more a brutal, emotional gut punch. David Kane gave a career-best performance as Marcus, his anger masking profound betrayal. "You left us to die at the fall of the spire," he roared over the howling wind. Celine's defense, delivered by Long with chilling conviction, reframed her actions. "I saw the truth the Citadel hides. They use the keys to control, not to understand. I am not breaking the lock, Marcus. I am opening the door." The philosophical clash was interrupted by a catastrophic magical feedback loop. Celine's experiment, combined with the destabilizing void, ripped a temporary fissure in reality, a ghost gate. From it poured not monsters, but echoes, spectral images of lost loved ones from both their pasts. Seeing Marcus's late wife and Celine's lost brother on the cliff was a heart-wrenching twist, blurring the lines between enemy and mourner. In a moment of instinctive, shared grief, they combined their key energies not to fight, but to gently soothe the fissure closed. The shared glance afterward was loaded with confusion and a dawning, reluctant respect. The alliance is shattered, but a new, fraught understanding may be born. The Citadel's fate, a sacrifice and a new hope. Back at the Citadel, the sundering ritual reached its climax. As Queen Anya channeled the collective power of her remaining mags, Leo acted. In a brave, foolish, and ultimately correct move, he used his nascent connection to Alara, established in Episode 3, to project a psychic warning and the crucial Heartstone revelation directly into the ritual's stream. The result was catastrophic and miraculous. The ritual backfired, causing a non-lethal shockwave that disabled the Citadel's outer defenses but also sent a pulse of pure, geomancer-aligned energy rippling outwards. This cleansing wave momentarily repelled the void forces, buying precious time. More importantly, it acted as a beacon. In the final moments of the episode, we saw Alara and Finn, miles away, stop and look toward the horizon as the wave passed through them. Alara touched a suddenly warm fragment of the petrified disciple and whispered, "They heard. They're still fighting." The Citadel is vulnerable but unsealed, and a path for reunion is now faintly glowing. Symbolism and foreshadowing, The Witness of Stone, the episode was rich with thematic depth. The petrified forest served as a powerful metaphor for buried history and the cost of eternal vigilance. The witness of the title refers not only to the petrified disciple but to every character. Alara witnessing the true past, Marcus and Celine witnessing each other's pain, and Leo witnessing the potential downfall of his home. Key foreshadowing was laid for the geomancer's true role. If it is a binding force, then what is the void? A disease? An immune response? And what does Celine's opening the door truly mean? The Ghost Gate sequence also introduces the tantalizing possibility that the gates don't just lead to a place of monsters, but to a realm where all lost time and souls are preserved, a potentially even more dangerous concept. Performance highlights and final verdict. Sophia Chen carried the A-plot with a weary determination that is deeply compelling. David Kane and Nia Long elevated what could have been a simple fight scene into the episode's emotional core. Jaden Park continues to impress as Leo, transforming from a sidekick into a pivotal actor in the grand plot. The Witness of Stone was a near-perfect mid-season episode. It advanced the core mythology in a shocking and satisfying way, delivered a long-promised character confrontation with nuance, and raised the stakes for every single storyline. The Citadel is battered but unbowed, our heroes are scattered but increasingly informed, and the central antagonist may have just changed entirely. The stage is set for a desperate race. Can Alara and Finn convince the Citadel of the truth before Celine's radical actions or the Citadel's own desperation break the world? This recap covers the episode in its entirety. Broadcast on Monday, January 12, 2026. Spoilers abound.